standing on the stop bank with Joss, who is a project engineer. So Joss, to start with, what is a stop bank?
Well, a stop bank is basically a lump of dirt that's compacted really well, located on either side of the river. As you can see behind us here, there's a very good example of a large piece of compacted dirt with the river on the left hand side of that. There is another similar lump of dirt on the other side of the river, and the whole idea is to constrain the flood within the river and not allow it to flood over the old floodplain where there's a lot of houses and people and property and that type of thing.
Right, so we're protecting what's valuable from a flood. But it looks like you've been doing quite a bit of construction here. How do you know how high to build a stop bank?
That's a very good question, and it does depend on a lot of factors. One of them's how big the flood has been recently, how big we think it might be in the future, and we do that with hydraulic modelling. And then also there's another factor, which is the affordability of the community, and someone has to pay for it. If you don't have enough money, you're not going to build a really big one. You might be happy with a slightly smaller one that you can afford.
Yeah, and I imagine that you've had big floods here in the past. Where did the river level get to?
Yeah, we've had some very significant ones in the past. One of them, most notable, was Cyclone Bowler, which happened in '88, and that overtopped this stop bank. Well, not this one, the one was about 1.5 meters lower than this, the original stop bank, in about 11 places. That caused widespread problems, and lives were in danger at that time.
And I guess with climate change, you could expect that flood levels could get higher, so you'd have to take that into account?
Yes, we do. So we look at the forecasts for temperature increase, which has a relationship to greater rain events with more energy in the environment and greater rainfall. But also sea level rise has been taken into account too, where the margins are, where the river discharges into the sea. So we've allowed for that within our design, and there's a little bit on top to account for a bit of sea level rise over the next sort of 50 years or so.
Really important to think about what's happened in the past, but also what's going to happen in the future. Kia ora, thanks Joss.
That's right.